Hey there everyone, if you signed up for a spring race and you're uncertain about what to do or what will happen, this video is for you. My name's Steve Gonzer, physical therapist with RunSmart, and I got an email the other day. Actually, it was in our private members group. Someone asked, like, their race got canceled, so what should they do? Should they continue to train through it? Should they just go into maintenance mode? And I figured I'd cover that all for you because we have this uncertainty of what's going to come about in the next couple months. So and maybe in the comments, let me know if you guys are signed up for a race and where it's at, and maybe your confidence level from 0 to 100 that it's going to happen. But the reality is some of these races are going to get canceled, they're going to get moved. So how do you handle that? Real quick before I talk about it, there is a link in the post to the RunSmart app. So if you want some help with your strength training, maintenance plans, training plans, there's a link in the post to a $1 trial for 2 weeks to check out the RunSmart app. Okay, so there's two ways I think you can go about this. So let's say you're training for a race. And let's just, if it goes on, like the race doesn't get moved, it doesn't get canceled, great, you're trained for the race. But what do you do when the race has been postponed or rescheduled? And that's what happened to this runner who posted in our group. So this is my response to her. You really have two options. You can continue to train, obviously, and then get ready for the fall, or you can just say, the hell with this, I'm going to start, just get ready for the fall race, because her race got moved to the fall. So when you look at the training, say you're going to train through it, I think it's really important to know a couple things. A, you're not going to train the same way, because I don't know, maybe can't be the only one who knows or felt like when you race on race day, it's a lot easier than when it is by yourself on a cold or a blustery day or even a normal day. It's a lot easier on race day. So you're going to have to cut yourself some slack right out of the gate. But if you're going to continue to train through it and say, I'm just going to, work through this plan, I'm still going to train like there's a race happening, you're going to carry a little bit of injury risk with that. So it's a balance, right? Because you're going to carry some injury risk, but if you're training for the fall, you're also going to be carrying some fitness that you wouldn't have got, because the training cycle itself, when you train for a race, is going to build your fitness. The main thing that I think that you need to make sure you do is, if you train for this race that maybe doesn't happen, you have to remember that you need to still recover. I see a lot of runners, and I saw this last year, they said, the hell with COVID, I'm going to do my race anyways by myself, and then they just kind of drifted into, they either went one of two directions. They continued to train for the next race right away, or they went into a slump and did nothing for a while, maybe until January. So I want to make sure that you guys are staying consistent and making sure that you recover appropriately afterwards. And I know there's some races that have a lot of different dates, there's a lot juggling around, but the cool thing about continuing to train for your race is you're going to carry more fitness. The downside is you're going to carry some injury risk with that. Now, the other side of the coin is that you say, the hell with this, I'm just going to go into maintenance mode. And I talk about this quite a bit, is that you want to be consistent, very consistent in your running. So if you're going to go into this, the hell with it mode, I'm going to just wait to start training later on. Keep your running consistent. A minimum of 3 times a week of 3 miles does wonders for the body to remember what running feels like, so you're a little bit less risk for injury. But I don't want you guys to shut it down. Maintenance mode, like we use maintenance plan on the RunSmart app, so if you're interested in checking those out, there is a link in the post. You can build a complete maintenance plan, but keep your running easy and base pace if you're going to go into maintenance mode and wait to start training. And when I say easy pace and base pace, these are the two main paces in our maintenance plans that we use in the app. And those paces, easy pace to me is like, oh my God, this is so slow. It feels a little uncomfortable. Where base pace is conversation pace running. And I think if you're going to be in maintenance mode, there's not a lot of need for speed workout. There's not a lot of need for hard stuff, because it's going to break you down and wear you down a bit. So if you choose the maintenance route, you'll be less likely to get hurt, but you're not going to carry as much fitness into the spring, or into the fall rather. So just weigh those options. To me, depending on it really depends on the person. Old me would have been like, just train through it and then go into it. But there's some value in that, and there's some value in, if you're an injury-prone runner who has struggled to get to the start line on a lot of races, I would dip into that maintenance pool, continue building your strength. The races will come back eventually. Got my mask right here. They'll come back eventually, and you want to be healthy. Don't blow up and ruin, when the races finally come back, you're up Schitt's Creek because you've overtrained through the COVID months. So just make sure you get your ducks in a row, take your time, make the right decision for you. If you're an injury-prone runner, hold back. If you're someone who is done pretty well, you want to be really peaked for the fall, maybe you want to get that BQ in the fall, then go ahead and train. Just give yourself the recovery you need afterwards. I recommend at least 2 weeks for a half, 4 weeks for a full, to really properly recover. But that's what I have to say. I'm going to hit the slopes for a little bit, and I will talk to you guys soon. Check out the link in the post if you want some help with your training. That'll give you a link to the RunSmart app. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.